Hi everyone, so my name's Levi Sweat and I'm here with Alyssa and Ava, and we're recording some audio for our Honor Scholars portfolios. Today we're going to be talking about community service and our experiences helping serve our community this semester and how that relates to how we've grown as learners this semester and what we've gained from those experiences. So, Ava, if you don't mind starting us off, what opportunity would you like to share with us today?
I would like to share about the Honor Scholars volunteer activity we did. We raised money and school supplies for a local elementary school called Smoky Mountain Elementary, and I personally helped with manning the table and making the posters and just kind of advertising about it. But what I learned from that is like getting involved in your community can really help you establish relationships and learn new skills that can be helpful towards your future. What about you, Alyssa?
Okay, so I did a few different community service things this semester, but I want to focus on the ones that I did in like Western NC and Jackson County because that's like a big part of being a learner is getting involved in your campus community and the community around campus. So with the Honors Board of Directors, I worked with Hands on Jackson, and we basically went and stained the deck of a woman in the local community, and Hands on Jackson paid for all of that for her. All we did was just go and provide a couple of hours of work to get it done, and that was a lot of fun. And I also worked with Bridge Church on campus to create Operation Christmas Child's shoeboxes. I do that every year at home, so it was good to find an organization on campus where I could do that here as well. I think the biggest challenge that I ran into was finding time to do service this year. I know it's something that's really important and something that we should get involved in, but it can be a lot to balance everything, especially your first semester in college, and I think we all struggled with that a little bit. How about you, Levi?
Yeah, those are really cool opportunities you guys took advantage of. I also helped with the Honor Scholars Project, gaining money for a local elementary school. I helped coordinate with the Western itself and getting us a table where we could advertise and get money from students. I also did a service project with the Cashiers Highland Humane Society. This was through Cat Camp, which is a camp during the first week of school, centered on increasing leadership for freshmen on campus. There, I helped clean the dog shelter, which was pretty gross, but it was still a great opportunity because I got to learn a lot about what goes into these animal shelters. And the one I was specifically working with was also a no-kill animal shelter, and it was really cool to learn more about their practices and what they stand for, and to just help out in an important way. I gained a lot from it, and I'm really grateful I was able to do it. Yeah.
I would like to say that, similar to what Alyssa said, I have struggled getting involved on campus. Time hasn't really been in my favor this semester. I'm really hoping that changes next semester because I'd love to get involved and establish those relationships I talked about earlier. So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we could probably also talk about like what was your touchstone of choice outside of community service that you focused on this semester?
I can go first. I talked about career development. So I had completed a fellowship that's still happening with the the Civic Influencers was the name of my fellowship. I helped increase voter education and voting rights on campus. I also did a lot of work with Student Democracy Coalition through this fellowship, did a lot of advocacy against gerrymandering, and I also collected data from voters on barriers they've had to access voting. And this is something that's really important to me personally, and I'm really glad I got to complete this program. How about you, Ava?
I did the Leadership Touchstone, and I have been really involved in the Reformed University Fellowship, which is RUF on campus. And it's like a campus ministry that just goes on every Tuesday night. And I have just recently gotten involved in their ministry team. So I'm looking forward to starting to get in depth and working with them on that next semester. But I also would like to join more clubs, hopefully next semester, if not next semester, the next year, like Fem and STEM and maybe the Forensic Science Club. And taking on leadership positions in those as well. What about you, Alyssa?
That's awesome. I didn't know you were part of the ministry team in RUF because I go to RUF sometimes too, so that's awesome. And I know you, like, we're so proud of you with your work with the Student Democracy
Yes.
Coalition. Like, Miss Dr. Granger was like, oh, he's speaking tonight to, like,
She was so proud.
to like the council. I focused on leadership as well, and a lot of my leadership came from like honors board of directors. I helped a lot with the escape room, like creating the puzzles and the decorations, and I worked all day that Thursday as like the game master. I worked with Wyatt and Olivia on the carnival game. I hosted the Harry Potter movie marathon. I was also a part of the academic probation committee, like that policy that we're changing. I'm also in a couple of different clubs. I'm in We Teach. On the We Teach committee, on the We Teach club, excuse me, I'm the PR and marketing manager, so I'm responsible for running like the social medias and making flyers. I'm also running for vice president because our vice president stepped down, so hopefully I can get that position.
Well, thank you guys for listening. I hope you've enjoyed learning about some of the work we've been doing here at Western, and yeah, thank you.